with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15 lining, 15 lining. Silver, General, West. Ready.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
On second down, here's a run with Mack. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, it might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw.
I'm coming.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 54 down.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. 7
yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 13. Shoot.
A run for Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Down. 30 base. Man, I got you. Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
I got you, boy. Mike 5-4.
Ready.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 2nd down now. It's Mack, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone, I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run here with Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run, because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. These two teams all tied after 1. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go,
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Smith.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Really in a hole here. 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Hey, Wahoo!
58's the money. 58's the money.
Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll get 34 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Got it.
54, right there, right there.
Protein spill. 5.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Shoot.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mack. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him early but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here we go. Watch twist. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Let's see. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, an 80-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. So he got 3 of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
We got this.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
SOS, 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 SOS.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I'm coming.
Mike, check, 59.
Back to throw. Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So this will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
I'm coming for you, son.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Target, 61. Matchbox, light. Check 52. Squeeze, get in there. Set, go.
They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Mike 54. Watch the run.
On 1st down, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Pass, there he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Mike 40. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Check.
Staying on the ground with Mack. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The throw over the middle, taken in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds some open field here. The 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Kill.
Look, squeeze.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a carry from Mack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
4 down. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They go right back to Mack.
I got you, boy.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Sad hut, 90. Wall. All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Greystone travel. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Double time. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. See it. On. Pilot 64, weak.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, Mack, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Blue dot Corkers. Say, ready.
They'll go again here with Mack. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them 1 closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, lock it.
Come, baby. Woo! Check safety.
61, matchbox lights.
Hey, check 24.
Bam.
Check.
Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Under 10. Ready.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Mack. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
We got 4.
Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Strong right. Everyone, we got 4 down. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Yeah. You don't want none.
40's Mike. Hey, go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The open man is Smith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
You got tight right there. Check 99. Check 99. No. Off.
Hey, ready?
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, high 7.
Check, 59.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Check,
2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, Herbert, he's going to walk one deep left side here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mack. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play that time for the Colts. 57 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They run. Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2nd and 4. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A run with Chubb on 1st down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the